Hello and welcome to the first day in this series of emotional meditations. My name's Florence. I am the author and the creator of the A to Z of Emotional Health online audio library. And I'm going to be guiding you through this journey of emotional discovery through meditation. So what exactly is emotional meditation? Like many people, I actually turned to meditation when I was going through a particularly stressful period of my life. And when I first started meditating, one of the things that I noticed almost immediately was that as soon as I began to calm the noise of my mind, and as I gave my attention to any tension held in my body, I found that waves of emotions started rising to the surface. Now, although I was a complete novice at meditation, I do understand something of our emotions. Enabling people to understand their emotions and to use their emotional experiences in a transformative way is right at the centre of all of my work. So the strength and the power of our emotions is something I'm very, very familiar with. And I've come to genuinely appreciate and value the importance of every single emotion that we have, the challenging ones as well as the fabulous. So as waves of emotional feeling surfaced, I just decided to go with it. I put aside any notion about what I thought I should be doing. And I put aside any preconceived ideas that I had about how to meditate properly. I knew enough to know that my mind needed to be still. I also knew enough to know that if emotions were surfacing, I knew that my mind and my body wouldn't be able to settle without allowing these emotions to surface and to be heard and released. So I consciously switched off any kind of need to have to work out what was going on. And each day as I meditated and as waves of emotions arrived, sometimes many and sometimes just a few, I allowed myself to just let go and to release any feelings that were surfacing without any form of judgment or criticism. And as this process evolved, as my own process of meditation evolved, I found myself naturally setting boundaries within my meditation practice. As my emotions surfaced, I would seem to naturally reach a point where I knew that I now needed to contain my feelings and to bring myself back into a space of emotional calm. So I started to create some healthy limits around the time that I gave myself for emotional release, followed by a second space of more traditional meditation practice, where I'd made enough space within myself to be able to fully relax and be fully present. I really found that by letting go of any emotional tension and stress that I was carrying, I could become available to relax into a place of just being, a place of stillness and peace. Now, I think we all know in principle that we shouldn't bottle up our emotions, and that when we do, they tend to build up rather like a pressure cooker. Over the years, I have met countless people who, despite knowing this logically in their mind, are desperately worried that if they start to release their emotions, the floodgates will open and they'll be completely overwhelmed. So it's very, very important that if we need to find some form of emotional release, we do so in ways that feel safe and feel contained. I know that for myself, my emotional knowledge and awareness actually enabled me to embrace the emotions that were surfacing without fear. I wasn't frightened of the way that I was feeling. And the combination of my understanding, combined with the creation of a boundary and a contained space within a meditation, felt very emotionally safe and very secure. And it's this combination of emotional awareness and emotional understanding with emotional release and calm meditation that I wish to share with you. Every day I'm going to talk about a different aspect or a different dimension of our emotions, so that we deepen our emotional awareness and we deepen our emotional understanding and develop an emotional language before we then move into a meditation together. In the first part of the meditation, we will create a space for a more immediate relationship with ourselves, a time of gentle holding where emotions can be mindfully released, literally clearing and creating space within ourselves so that we can then move into a place of calm, a place of stillness, with connection and relationship to a deeper and a greater experience of ourselves within our lives. Welcome to Emotional Meditation. As we begin our meditation, we'll first focus on our thought for today. I create a safe space to welcome and receive my emotions. I create a safe space to welcome and receive my emotions. As you hear the singing bowl, we'll move into a space where we allow the release of any stored up emotional tension. And we'll also be mindful to release any need for self-analysis or mental understanding of any emotions that are surfacing. And we'll release any concerns or criticisms or judgments about the way that we feel. In the second part of our meditation, when you hear the singing bowl again, we'll move into a place of stillness and calm. We'll place some thoughtful limits around the space of release, knowing that we can choose to return to a place of further release at a later time if we need to. So make sure that you are in a safe place. It's very important when we release emotions that we know that we can do so safely and privately. Many of us feel uncomfortable about showing our emotions in front of others. Many of us carry all kinds of loaded judgments around the way in which our emotions are demonstrated. So it's very important in this space of emotional release that we make sure we're in a safe place. Now let's get into a comfortable position. Close your eyes and allow yourself to breathe naturally, gently but deeply. Notice any areas in your body where you're feeling tension or discomfort. And each time as you breathe out, encourage that part of your body to relax. And encourage that part of your body to speak, to allow any emotional residue, any emotional energy and tension to surface. No judgment, no blame, and no criticism. Most of us will inevitably carry some kind of emotional tension within our physical body as well as within our mind. Sometimes this goes way back into our past, and sometimes it's simply tension from a stressful day. Life isn't always easy, and most people carry some kind of sadness, and this sadness and hurt is inevitably stored within our physical body. So let's still our mind and remove any need to know. As you breathe out, encourage your body to relax and encourage your body to speak. Allow emotions to surface. We don't need to know the wheres or the whens or the whys or the hows. Right here, right now, we simply need to let go. Let go of tension and free our mind and free our body from the burden of emotional weight. No judgment and no blame. Just a gentle welcome with deep compassion and with the deepest care. Just letting go. It's time to place a safe boundary around this part of our meditation. It's time to bring the release of emotions to a close. As we clear the space within ourselves, we can begin to relax and move gently into a space of stillness, a space of presence and a space of calm. Continue to breathe naturally, gently and deeply. And as you hear the singing bowl again, we'll draw our meditation to a close. It's time to draw our meditation to a close. Throughout the day, remind yourself from time to time of our thought for today. I create a safe space to welcome and receive my emotions. I create a safe space to welcome and receive my emotions. Keep this thought in your mind, perhaps write it on a piece of paper, and take a moment to allow yourself to return to the memory of the inner calm and the stillness that we can experience following the release of any stored up emotional tension. And know that through creating space and calm within, we open doorways of possibility. Take care.